how did a no-fly person get aboard?
Tonight, passengers aboard a US Airways express flight from Austin to Phoenix demanding action.
This after finding out a man who might have TB was allowed on the plane.
ABC 15's Allison Rodriguez is joining us now live from Sky Harbor. And Allison, you were able to talk to a couple of passengers here who are just wondering who dropped the ball on this one.
Well, you can imagine the horror of having a paramedic come on board your flight and tell everybody on there you've been exposed to tuberculosis and you should get checked. Well, now we know this person was on the do not board list. So how did he end up on the flight? That's what many passengers are wondering tonight.
That the person had tuberculosis, that he was contagious, and that all of us had been exposed throughout the course of the flight.
Dean Davidson heard these words from a first responder when US Airways Express Flight 2846 landed at Sky Harbor Saturday.
It didn't seem real at first, like, no, this can't really be happening. And then I think it was a bit of a shock.
Now that it has settled in, the Flagstaff resident is left with many lingering questions.
Was there a flaw in the system, or was this human error?
Fellow passenger Benjamin has similar concerns, especially regarding his 11-year-old daughter.
When you're on a flight with your child and something like this happens, you know, you never want this to happen.
After this scare, they just wish the airline had been more supportive during and after the ordeal.
We deplaned and we were all totally on our own. I believe US Airways could have handled it a little better.
Now, Maricopa County Health Department officials tell us the risk of them contracting TB on this flight is extremely low. They typically get concerned with flights longer than 8 hours, and the one from Austin to Phoenix here was about 2.5. So they're supposed to have tests on whether or not this man did indeed have tuberculosis by sometime this week, Steve and Katie.
Yeah, you can see why passengers are concerned. It's just a nightmare scenario there. Thank you, Allison.